It is another weekly update, and we have to talk about the mind of Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm just kidding. We have to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Had another Pat McAfee Tuesday, and so there are a couple of things that we should be talking about there. Also, we're going to be continuing to talk about the draft prospect, what trends we're seeing, whether or not it's staying the same. I've been keeping up to date with that. And then also we're going to be talking about the special teams a little bit. I do think we need to talk about it because Rich Bisaccia is getting coaching buzz, and I think that could be very important for next year and for years to come. So let's have a good episode, guys. Hello everyone and welcome to the Cheesehead Thread podcast. This is a podcast for all Packers fans. How are we all doing? It is Wednesday, February 1st, Black History Month. It is also another day post Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show. And there are a couple of things that he said that were intriguing to a lot of people. He did say that the timing of the decision will be very important, especially after the Super Bowl. Peter Bukowski thought that was pretty interesting on his show today, bringing up the fact that Derek Carr's contract is going to be fully guaranteed 2 days after the Super Bowl. And so they're going to be exploring a trade definitely before that because they do not want to be paying Derek Carr a full salary when he will not be on the team. So he's obviously connecting the two dots, saying, oh, okay, Rodgers, you're going to go to Las Vegas. It makes a lot of sense for both teams. And, yeah, I do think that could make some sense. I do think, though, what he said about the fact that they're having conversations without him is pretty, and this whole narrative that he's trying to create, because Rodgers is obviously trying to create a narrative, okay? He's obviously the one, or his camp is leaking this stuff to Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter is doing what he does best and stirring stuff up because he's a douchebag and I hate him. I think that's pretty clear. I despise the guy. I think he's an absolute a-hole at this point. You could say he's a reporter, but the guy just, was just such an a-hole to all Packers fans for years. But I digress. Pretty much, he's the one leaking stuff to Schefter, pretty much. I mean, we can all assume that. And Rodgers wants this narrative to be that, oh, it's the Packers, right? It's the Packers. It's the Packers that are trying to trade me. I don't want out. I want to stay. We all know it's you, buddy. And yes, the Packers, maybe they do want to trade you, but we're not the one that's obviously leaking that. It would make no sense. We would be stupid to leak that because we don't want to be on your bad side. We want to leave things mutually, and I do think, like I said last week, that it's a very tantalizing topic. It's not a topic that would come easy for me or anyone to have. I absolutely love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's been phenomenal for us. He won our city a ring. He won our franchise a championship. And he's led us to multiple good years. I love watching my Packers. When you're playing football, buddy, like Rodgers, we love you, man. But don't insult our intelligence when you say that you're not a part of the meetings or, the Packers don't want you to be a part of this, or like we're already thinking about trading you when you haven't said whether or not you're going to be retiring. We would be morons to do that because we could have an agreement with, let's just say, the frickin' Giants, but then you could retire because you have that leverage over us. It makes perfect sense for you. Make us the bad guys. That's what you tried to do during the 1920 offseason, and it worked. Or, sorry, it was the 2020-2021 offseason? Yeah, that offseason or the 2021-2022 offseason. Either way, you try to make us look like bad guys. Bro, we're paying you $50 million a year, man. We're not trying to. We want you back. We've always wanted you back. There wasn't ever a situation in which we didn't. And yeah, there's probably some bad blood. And I do think that there's been some instances where we could have done better, and you could have done better. But Rodgers, you can go, you can stay, I'll always support you. But do not insult my intelligence. Do not insult reporters' intelligences. I mean, Peter Bukowski has seen right through you, and he's just a guy who has a podcast, man. We're all seeing right through it. I'm an average Joe. We can all see through you, man. And you can put on this charade, and you can say what you want to say. And I do think that there's probably some truth to some things that you've said, and there's Schefter has reported some correct things, but there's also just instances where it's like, dude, can you just shut your mouth and take the shot or take the pill, take something? It's hard. It's just hard when you consistently hear this guy try to do everything he can to make his reputation be okay or be safe or something, when we all just want you to be a supportive teammate, to be someone who represents our city well, and not make waves in the media. Please. That's all we're asking of you as Packers fans. And yes, we're asking you to do well on the field too, which you didn't do this year. You didn't have a single game where you threw for over 300 yards. When's the last time you've done that? Rodgers, you won the MVP 2 seasons in a row. And you earned your $150 million contract. I was belated. I had just taken my math test, right? When I found out about the news, and I had to ask my teacher right away, can I use the bathroom? And I immediately called Cheesehead, bro, come to the bathroom. And we were freaking just belated in there, man. We were so happy. So happy that you came back. And you're just continuing to put the Packers fan base into this situation. I would never have wanted you to be going anytime soon. Obviously, the Jordan Love pick made no sense to me. It still doesn't. It still makes no sense when T. Higgins is making great plays in the AFC Championship game for the Bengals. And Michael Pittman Jr. is one of the best receivers in the NFL. Still don't understand it. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. It's difficult to just sit here and have to go through this for the third season in a row. It's also difficult to know that there are teams that are willing to do everything they can to make a trade for you. But it just sucks as a Packers fan knowing that you still just can't commit. You still just won't commit. And I don't know if I want you to commit, man. I don't know if I even want you to. But you won't make a decision to commit to retirement, unlike Brady. Because, let's be honest, he retired today. He did the same thing last year. He came back and he ruined his entire family. Nice one there, Brady. Rodgers, this is what I want you to do. Make a commitment. Make a strong commitment. Say you're either coming back, you're retiring, or you want to be traded. Because I'm sick of all the outsmarting. I'm sick of all the BS. I'm sick of it. Give it to us straight. Do you want to come back? Do you want to retire? Or do you want to make $50 million? Or do you want to go get traded? I'm fine with you getting traded. I'm fine with you staying on the team. But, and I guess I'm okay with you retiring too. But please, stop putting the fan base in a difficult position. Please. It's getting old. It's getting tiring. I'm sick of hearing about the same exact things for 3 years in a row. And we just want you to commit, man. So if you could just do that, do us a favor, Rodgers. I know you won't listen to this. That's all I would ask. It's just for you to make a decision. Commit. Please. Commit. Because I'm sick of talking about this. So looking at the draft trends and my favorite, part of the episode real quick. Nothing's really changed too much. It's pretty much been the same people. Michael Mayer, Brian Branch, Addison, Paris Johnson, Smith and Jigba, Nolan Smith, Quentin Johnson's popped up a little bit. Miles Murphy was actually a new one. I thought that was interesting. And then Tyler Steen is back. I don't think that's too reliable right there. But a player that I wanted to zoom in on today was Lukas Van Ness, an edge from Iowa, and I have the Draft Network's report on him, so I want to read a little bit from that, get my thoughts on him, and then we'll go talk about the special teams. So, 7 sacks on the season, 9 quarterback hits, 7 TFLs, and 14 tackles. That's really nice. Looking at his paragraph, it says, there's so much to like about Van Ness, and it starts with his functional strength. His ability to convert, speed to power, and play through blockers is outstanding. He maximizes his ability to bull rush and collapse the pocket with plus length, timing, and functional power to truly stress the anchor of offensive linemen. For a player of his body composition, I'm surprised by how much burst and flexibility he has to get off the ball. Corner, flatten, and close. A B-gap defender in 2021, Van Ness is playing primarily on the edge and still getting chances to reduce inside. He should be able to bring that type of inside-outside versatility to an NFL defensive line, making him a wide-ranging fit, especially for the amount of fronts in today's NFL that are multiple. Van Ness is a high-ceiling prospect that is still only scratching the surface of what he can become as a defensive playmaker. Reasons to buy in: functional strength, flexibility and burst for his body type, motor and room for development. Reasons for concern: block recognition, inexperience in expanding pass rush repertoire. He is 6'5", 269. He has no athletic testing, of course. His ideal role is primarily a 5 tech that gets chances to reduce inside. His scheme fit is any, which is nice. He has a comparison to Trey Hendrickson. He kind of bloomed late too, so if that's the case, then and he turns it to be as good as Hendrickson is, that's amazing. That's a really good. Van Ness is a redshirt sophomore, so that's why they're saying inexperienced, which makes some sense. And he got an 83.5 from the Draft Network, which is it's a pretty solid. I think Brian Branch got an 84.5. He's a first-round value. Van Ness is a second-round value, but he's been shooting up draft boards consistently. I think that he would be an interesting fit on the team. I think that's someone that we definitely need. We don't have enough edge guys on our roster right now, with Preston Smith and Kingsley Enagbare really being the only people, other than the fact that Gary will be back, but he'll be out for a couple months. So I do think we should bring in a guy. That's a good guy to bring in. And then, I don't know if that would be my first choice. I'd rather have other players like Brian Branch, like I said, or just a wide receiver, tight end instead. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some information on Lukas. He could be a Packers player. Let's see how he tests. Let's see what his RAS score is, and if it's high, I do think that's a good option for us, because with our tendencies, that the Packers love relative athlete score. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the draft. Nothing too changing. Pretty much staying the same, but I'll give you guys another weekly update on the trends of the draft as we continue. One last thing before we go, I do want to talk about the special teams, because Rich Bisaccia has been continuing to get more and more head coaching buzz, primarily in Indianapolis. We really need to keep Rich Bisaccia He has revolutionized our special teams, going from 32nd every year, it seemed like, literally costing us a Super Bowl last year, to being able to have a kick return touchdown, our blocking to be pretty good, our kicking to be a ton better. Pat O'Donnell has been a revolutionary in the punting game. It's been so much good, and Keyshawn Nixon has just been an MVP on our team. We need to re-sign him. But the only reason why we got him, and Rudy Ford, and Tariq Carpenter, and Levitt, and all these guys, was because we put serious effort into signing a good special teams coordinator, and into signing these good quality players, even Rudy Ford. Having Bisaccia go and replacing him in-house would just be doing exactly what you've done before. Obviously, if Bisaccia gets a head coaching job, go take it, Rich. Thank you for your service to the Packers. I respect you. But dude, people, there's one thing that we have to figure out here. And that is there any good special teams options, coordinator options, if Bisaccia were to go? I don't have those answers. I think that's something that I can research later. But I just wanted to bring it up because I feel like if Bisaccia were to go, I would get really scared that we would just continue to do what we've always done, which is not prioritize the special teams, let everyone go, and not care about it, and just promote in-house and be really stupid. Because we've done it before, and we'll probably do it again. But just something to bring up. Well, that's going to be it, guys. I hope you're all doing well. 2023 has been okay so far, and I think that we're really going to find out a lot in the next couple weeks. And then 2 months away from the NFL draft. I'm really excited. My favorite day of the year by far. One of the best days of the year for sure. And so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Have a safe rest of your week. Be safe out there. Go Pack, go! Let's get this going, man. Let's get this offseason going. Super Bowl is right around the corner. And yeah, we're in the offseason, baby. So that'll be it. Catch you guys later. Go Pack, go. Cyrus Sliga. And I'll see you later. Peace.